So, friends, this particular preamble aims at the welfare of the consumers in the different ratio, disjunct which I have already told you, and the preamble starts as an act to provide for better protection of the interests of consumers, and for that purpose to make provision for the establishment of consumer councils and other authorities, that is redressal forum, for the settlement of consumers disputes and for matters connected therewith. So, with this particular objective, the Consumer Protection Act 1986 has been formulated, and then in within a very short time, the consumer forum were established, and by I think 90s, already the National Commission started giving several valid judgments, valuable judgments, and then most of them were upheld by the Supreme Court. And a lot of law was developed on consumer protection by the state commissions as well as National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. And a great deal was done by the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission here, that is the NCDRC. Then subsequently, of course, by the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court of India. And there are several landmark judgments in this regard, whether it is health, whether it is housing construction, whether it is products, defective products, services, and then several multifarious services, and multifarious plethora of petitions pertaining to non-refund of fixed deposits by various companies. They were all dealt with, and then succor was given to the needy and the consumers en masse. That is the credit of Consumer Protection Act and then Consumer Protection Fora. In fact, hats off to the learned judges, in fact, who headed this fora and then rendered human service to the public through this particular Consumer Protection Act. That is the reason why, in fact, the age is upper age limit for the consumer protection members at national level and all that is about 70 years. And very experienced people have been brought in there. Then, friends, I have completed the salient features of the Act. You had to see the enactment with regard to the preliminaries as to the objective, then second chapter on consumer protection councils, third one with regard to establishment of consumer dispute redressal agencies like district forum, state commission, national commission, and then the entire procedure thereon, power of appeal, right of appeal, and then representation, limitation, all these aspects. And then the miscellaneous provisions like the rule making and the regulations. It's the National Commission which has got power to make regulations, and then Parliament to make rules, and then rules and regulations both will have to be laid before the Parliament. That is how sections 1 to 31 deal with it, read with the rules. For you, the examination point of view, the objectives, and then the preamble, and then statement of objects and reasons, very important. That is the salient features. The second one, definitions. Some of the definitions I will cover in my next session, followed by the consumer protection agencies, which I will deal with in brief, which you can read yourself. And then lastly, the miscellaneous provisions. So this is the basic structure of this legislation. And then in my next session, when I meet you again, maybe tomorrow, I will deal with some important definitions. I will throw some light on the definitions of complainant, consumer, manufacturer, consumer dispute, services, goods, unfair trade practices, and then maybe it may run into about 3 parts or so. And then today it is for technical and convenient sake, it is divided into 1, 2, 3. These 1, 2, 3 you club together That would be suffice for today's lesson. Very nice, friends. Thank you very much. And then we'll meet again in my next episode. That would be taken as part 4. Thank you very much. Good night. Bye.